Hey guys, welcome to Troy Time. Hey, check it out. Today we're going to talk turkey. Amazing, right? Turkey's on sale, guys. It's that time. Thanksgiving's coming. Turkey's on sale at Food Lion. It's 29 cents a pound if you buy $35 worth of groceries. Or if you don't want to do that, at Little, I think they're 49 cents a pound. Just picking them right up off the shelf, okay? So awesome stuff. You want to get some turkeys, get them defrosted. We're going to show you how to do it, okay? We're going to cook and we're going to can turkeys, okay? We're going to do about 6 of them here on video, hopefully. Hopefully I'll get all of them done, okay? We're going to do lots of different variations on hot packs. We're going to do some variations on cold packs. And we're going to do a mix where we're actually cold packing some and cooking some. We're going to show you how to cook that, perfect holiday turkey that's golden brown. And we're also going to show you some methods that you haven't seen before, more than likely. Today's one of those methods, okay? Today we're going to do a hot pack. We're going to do a pre-cook in the pressure cooker, which you've probably never seen before. So the awesome part about that is you're going to get a lot of meat. You're going to do it in a very short amount of time compared to cooking it in the oven. And you're going to get some turkey broth, turkey stock, which is super important because when you go to save those holiday leftovers, you're going to want that turkey stock. Otherwise, they'll be dry, okay? So when you bake it in the oven, when you do that sort of, flagship, beautiful turkey, that's great when you make the turkey, but if you can it, it'll be dry. So you want that turkey stock. So that's one of the first things we're doing today. We're going to can the turkey, which is going to give us some canned turkey, but we're also going to capture some of that turkey stock. And we're going to do it with the pressure cooker so that it's really going to be super efficient on the use of our time. So that's what's coming up. Don't miss it. We got lots of cooking and canning in this series for the turkeys. Probably look for 5 or 6 videos in this series. This is the first one. Check it out. You're gonna like it. Let's get these turkeys going, baby. Let's get this pantry filled. It's turkey time, baby. Let's do it. Okay, guys. So it's time to start the magic. Here we go. So what we have here, we have about a 13-pound turkey. This is a great size for this method. We're gonna cut this up. Essentially, we're gonna quarter it. We need to get it all into our pot. We're going to pressure cook it, okay? That's the method that we're talking about today. So I'm basically going to cut off the legs and the thighs and cut off the breasts and then throw everything into the pressure cooker to cook, okay? So you can see me do it. I may speed this up. We'll see how it goes, but I'm just Now you could simmer this in a pot and get all this off of here and make broth in a pot separately. We're going to use some of the broth that comes out of this guy, so we're probably not going to do that today. So we didn't get exactly all of it, but we got a lot, guys. We probably got more than enough to fill our canner. So I'm not going to get too picky with it. So if you wanted to do turkey stock, you could do so with this by simmering this in a pot for about 3 hours, okay? We're not going to do that today. We're going to keep it as try and keep this as simple as we can. So we're going to throw this into our canner. Okay, so since we are going to keep this broth or stock, turkey stock, we are going to season it. We're going to use these aromatics, okay? We've got about a cup of carrots or a little more, a cup of an onion or about a half an onion, about 3 stalks of celery, okay? So we're going to put those on the bottom. We're actually going to take our rack out. The veggies are going to be our rack, okay? So I'm going to take the little rack out, and the veggies are going to go in on the bottom, and those are going to act like a rack to support the meat that's up top, okay? They're going to add flavor to the stock. I'm not one to ever put many spices on anything. If you notice, I always do that at the tabletop. Just like if you go back and you check my chili video, I don't put any of the heat on or anything until I get to the tabletop. I don't want to ruin a whole batch of stuff by miscalculating on seasoning or something like that. I'd rather do it at the table. Same thing here. I'm not going to do any seasonings really. We're going to do some chicken bouillon, but apart from that, we're really not going to put many seasonings in. Okay? And then we're just going to put this in here. I'm going to start with the breasts on the bottom. They're just going right up on top of the veggies. I'm just going to start stacking the rest of the meat around it. Okay? These are going to go in here. These are going to pressure cook for 90 minutes. Okay? I'm just stacking them in there as we go. So you are going to get a lot of the bones. We didn't get the carcass, but you are still getting a lot of the bones for the bone broth and the stock. It's still going to be super healthy for you. Let me clean my hands off and I'll give you a little shot down the canner so you can see what it looks like. So the veggies the turkey's all stacked in there, okay? We're going to pressure cook this on high for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And we will see you when we get back, Jack. Okay, so apart from the aromatics, I'm going to add 2 sort of tablespoons of the bouillon, okay? And I'm going to add 2 quarts of water. It's going to be about enough to cover our veggies on the bottom. And it'll help mix that bouillon up as well. So here's 1. This is cool water, by the way. And just like that, we are ready to go. Okay guys, so we're basically going to be using the canner to process the meat down, to make it easy to process the meat down. Much the same way we did in our pulled pork video, okay? So we're gonna use it like a pressure cooker. We're gonna cook the meat, and then that will make it easy to extract the meat from the bones, okay? So to do that, we're gonna go pressure cook. We're gonna go time for 90 minutes. And then we hit start. And it'll do its thing. There's a lot of cold product in there, so it's gonna take a long while to heat up. But after it gets heated up, it'll count down from 90, and then we'll do a quick release, and we'll be able to take it out. And you do want to make sure that it is set to airtight up top. There you go, baby. Just like that. Good stuff. Okay, guys, let's decrease the pressure. Okay guys, let's open this up and see what we got. Oh, these are gonna fall right off the bone, baby. Okay. Look at that, it just separated right in the pot. This is so tender, guys. So good. Now granted, it's not going to look the best coming out of the Instapot, coming out of the canner, but once we get this meat picked off the bone, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so we're just going to separate through that, and we're going to pull out the meat and remove the bones. Meanwhile, the broth is going to go in this pot. Be careful because it is hot. Awesome. That looks wonderful. Okay guys, so I just did a taste test on this. I'm gonna tell you, this is so tender, okay? I know it doesn't look that great. It doesn't have that golden crispiness like coming out of the oven, but if you want tender turkey, this is great. You could eat this, you could serve this. I'll give you a couple pro tips, right? So once we get this cleaned up and get all the skin off and the bones, so you could put this aside. If you had, let's say you worried, you had a lot of people over for Thanksgiving and you thought, hey, maybe I'm not gonna have enough turkey, you could have this sort of in the back or on reserve, right? You could have the nice sort of flagship golden cooked turkey from the oven, and then if that starts to run low, you could pull this out, and this is gonna be just as good, if not better, guys. It really, really is. It's super tender. The other thing is, if you've got just a normal number of people, but you want to send them home with some turkey, you could bake the turkey there for the serving, and then use this as sending them home gift packages as they leave. So 2 awesome things that you can do with this. We're going to can this up, but you could eat this just like it is. Okay, guys, I just cleaned out my pot, right? We're going to get right back in here because we're going to get ready to can this thing. So we're going to put 2 quarts of water into our canner. Okay guys, so when I say it literally falls off the bone, I mean it literally falls off the bone, right? So we got our bones, we got some of our skin and our fat and tendons and things, and then look at this, look at all that turkey. You can just peel it apart with your hands, okay? Give it like 15 minutes to cool down when it comes out, and then you can just peel it apart with your hands, separate the skin and the fat and the bones and the meat. So you do want to put your spacer back in the canner now, and you want to put two quarts of cold water in there, okay? We're going to heat everything up together. So we're going to need everything hot to do this hot pack. So we want hot jars, hot canner, and hot meat, okay? So the meat's still plenty warm. It just came out of there. We just pulled it off the bone. We're going to heat up the canner and the jars. We're going to put the jars halfway full of water. We're going to soak the lids in water. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to make sure that we're on exhaust, and I'm going to put it on brown. That's clearing it from the last one. I'm going to touch brown and start. That's going to heat up our jars, okay? It's going to take about 10, 12 minutes or so to heat those jars up. Okay, so while those jars are heating up, I'll just tell you real quick. So I really dig this pressure canner way of doing the turkey, okay? You don't hear much about the pressure cooker as far as turkey goes, but man, it keeps it really, really tender, okay? You don't get that flagship golden crust or golden skin, you know, but man, it's a good, simple way to do it. It's a good balance. You get a good amount of broth that you can if you want or keep on hand. You get a good amount of turkey. It's not too much time and it's not too much effort, okay? So it's a really good first starting one to do. That's why I chose this one. So this is the pressure cooking pre-cook with the pressure canner to can it, okay? It's a really good way to go. It's totally underknown and underrated for sure. Okay guys, so while that's heating up, I'm just gonna do my first strain of my broth, okay? So I've just got a little colander there, and we're gonna take it over from the stove, and we're gonna do our first pass. Okay, just like that. So that's going to get all the large stuff. Now this is totally edible. I don't know how tempting that looks to you, but it's really good. You could pick out that meat or leave it in there. All that stuff is going to make the broth really good, but actually, I'm going to eat some of this right now. A little carrot, a little celery. I'm a savage, right? But it's good. It's really, really good. I'm gonna check and see how we did. All right, I feel pretty good about that. That's a really good level of straining. You could run it through a wire strainer if you wanted a little more of the little pieces of meat out, but I like it. So I'll give you a glimpse. Let's see what that looks like right here. All right, yeah, so that's our broth. I just added a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm going real light with the seasonings here because I don't want to mess up, right? I can always season it in smaller portions when I'm making the final product, whether it's a gravy or a turkey and rice soup or what have you. So all this is going to be available to us as we can in the future, especially the hot packs, okay? That's another pro tip. When you actually bake a turkey in the oven, it's going to be a little bit dry, okay? It's going to take some of the juices out of it. So when you can it after it's been baked in the oven, you're definitely going to want to use something like this turkey broth here to really help infuse that moisture, really get it infused in there, right? So this stuff here is really going to help make your turkey nice and moist, okay? We're going to use it in the turkey we're canning today, and then we're going to put some aside, and we're going to use it in canning turkey that we bake in the oven, okay? So that's coming up. Okay guys, so it's been about 10 minutes or so. The jars are warm. We're going to empty out the water that's in them. So we're going to leave the warm water in the canner. It's kind of loose because we want to save room for lots of broth, okay? We want to be getting some broth out of this for turkey gravy and different turkey things. So we're not going to pack it super tight. We're going to get a mix of white and dark meat in there, right? We're going to leave it something about like that. So I'm not tamping it down or anything like I've done in the past. And yeah, so one bite for the cook was left and now it's empty. And so that 13-pound turkey made 5 pints. About the perfect amount in each one. Ooh. About the perfect amount in each one. Now we just fill our jars with the broth. Grab my ladle. Ladle, ladle, ladle. I made you out of clay. There we go. And we're going to give the broth a little stir. All right, and we're just going to go get our little funnel, and we're going to fill it up with broth. Slowly, let it drain. Let it seep in through all those little cracks, through all the nooks and crannies. Our broth is hot, our meat is hot, our jars are hot, our canner's hot. We are hot packing. Okay, we pre-cooked this batch with the pressure cooker. We're going to do like 6 different variances, 6 different variables on how we're going to do the turkey. So we're going to make a definitive playlist of canning turkey, all the different methods, or at least many of them. All right, it's going to be a great way to stock up your pantry, guys. I'm super excited. I've been waiting all year for this, and we're making it happen, Captain. So I'm just balancing these out a little bit. Hopefully you all have got lots of experience hot packing now that you've maybe done the pulled pork, or what else have we hot packed? I'm not sure. I have to go back and check my channel. But yeah, the pulled pork we hot packed. You can hot pack hamburger. I don't think I've put my hamburger video out yet. Lots of things like that. As I look over, I notice that my water is boiling inside my canner. I don't want that to be too much of a different temperature from my broth going in there. So I just shut the canner off, okay? So now I'm going to debubble with my handy dandy little debubbler. Push it down and push into the side, down to the bottom and push inward, down to the bottom and push in. Beautiful. Oh yes, that's nice. This one's going to need a little bit more broth. And you can tell there's a good amount of broth in these guys, so you can make a nice gravy or have a turkey rice soup, get a nice soup base going. Right. But this chicken can be, or turkey can be for sandwiches. I don't even have to tell you all the things you can do it. You can do tons of stuff with turkey. Turkey and I like turkey and bean burritos. Those are really good. One you might not have tried before. Turkey and red beans inside a burrito shell. Good stuff, baby. Yeah, but you can figure out what to do with turkey. Everybody knows. All right, I think we're just about there. One more debubbling. That's wonderful. Oh, this smells good, guys. Oh, it smells good. I can't wait to eat it. Ooh, I might open one of these up tomorrow. We're gonna be canning more turkey soon, right? Make sure you're liking it. Make sure you're liking the channel. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're sharing the video with your friends. Make sure that you're doing this, right? The whole point of this is to get you guys with your pantry filled with this wonderful, wonderful, awesome turkey, right? So super inexpensive. I think, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the turkey was 29 cents a pound. You're never gonna beat that. It's awesome. Now's the time to take action. All right. So now we got a paper towel soaked in vinegar. Time to wipe the rims, baby. Clean those rims. Around the rim, around the rim. You want to just kind of rub it around the outside and touch a little on the inside. Whoop, whoop, get all that grease off of there. Oh, a little bit of something there on the inside. We got it out. Nice. All right. So we are golden. We are almost set, guys, for our first batch. Now for the lids. Boom. Bang. Boom. Bingo. And finger tight, right? Bam. Hopefully this looks familiar from some of my other videos. Check out some of my other canning videos if you haven't. Hopefully you have and got some practice with the canner, but if not, check them out. We got an awesome one on canning beef. That one's doing wonderfully. I think we're up to like 5,000 views. We've got an awesome one on canning chicken. That one's like 2,000 views, something. But we got pork on there. We got a bunch of them. Doesn't matter the views. It matters if people are doing it, right? So get on the stick, Bam, get some stuff done. Let's get this stuff canned. So, turkey, right? Let's get it in the canner. Bam, let's do it. We got a whole bunch of broth left. I'll show you the broth left. That's going to go in a mason jar and go in the fridge. We could can this. We're not going to can it this time because we're going to be using it real soon on all these other turkeys. Let's get these in the canner, right? So we got 5 pints going in the canner. Okay, put it in the canner. Right, they're pints, so we're going to go 75 minutes. So we're going high. Time for 75 minutes. 75 minutes, start, okay? As you know, it's going to take a minute to, probably 10 minutes to warm up. It'll count down, it'll do E10 to E0, and then it'll do a 75-minute countdown, and then it'll rest for about an hour, and then we can release it. So all that's happening, we'll try and take a picture here and there of it, get you a little snip-snappy of what's going on, and we'll catch you when it's time to take these bad boys out of there. And you are going to want to make sure that you are set to exhaust, okay? That'll exhaust for 10 minutes once we get it heated up. Okay, guys, and that's how much broth we have left, okay? If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably 2 quarts, 2.5 quarts. If you wanted to make 3 quarts, you could just add more water, right? I'm just going to let this cool down, and after it cools down, I'm going to put it in just mason jars, okay? I do have plastic lids for them, too. I might use those. But, yeah, so that's our turkey stock. That's good stuff. We're going to use that in the future, okay? And the chef gets the reward of the hard products from the broth. These are really good, guys. These are really good. Good stuff. All right, guys. It waited for a little while, and then it did E10 to E0. We're just coming up on E0. And then it's going to sit for about a minute to stabilize, and then it'll start the countdown. There you go. At E0, now we want to flip the switch to airtight. There you go, baby. All right, guys, there you go. I might have said 90 before because I'm used to doing quarts, but it's 75. We're doing pints. 75 minutes and then about an hour cool down, and we'll be set. Okay, guys, check it out. We got 2 quarts of that golden delicious turkey bone broth, right? Turkey stock. It's awesome. Look at that. Look at that golden stuff, man. That's awesome. Full of all good stuff, right? Oh, good stuff. We're going to use that when we can in the future. You could also use it for soups and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, we got 2 quarts. So far that 13-pound turkey is going to give us 5 pints of turkey with broth and 2 quarts of turkey stock. Great stuff. Now we could have canned this, but just as a reminder, I've got the plastic lids on these. These are going in the fridge because we're going to use it. All right, guys, it's time to bring home the magic. This stuff is wonderful. Oh, this is great stuff, man. We got 5 pints of turkey, ready to go, in a gravy, in a sauce, ready to make gravy. It's amazing. Look at that. Smells wonderful. Faint smell of wonderfully cooked turkey. This stuff is so inexpensive right now, guys. It's 29 cents a pound at Food Line if you spend $35. It's 49 cents at Lidl, however you say it. I hope that's in frame. That stuff is freaking wonderful. Let me see. Oh, that's goodness, baby. That is amazing. Oh, I love it. I love every minute of it. It's still boiling, and it's wonderful. All right, so yeah, this is the first batch. This is turkey. This is pre-cooked in the pressure cooker of the Nesco canner. We love the Nesco canner. We love the pressure cooking function to do this. Really good way to go. Totally underrated. I hope you give it a shot. Totally wonderful. We're going to come back in the morning, and this is going to be ready to go. We'll clean it up, label it, and put it away. Until then, guys, I hope you're doing this. I hope you're following along. This turkey is just awesome. It's a great way to fill your pantry. Awesome stuff. Tons of protein. Fill your pantry before winter. Guys, this is the best time to get this stuff going. I'm telling you, we've been waiting all year for this. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're following along. I hope you're not just watching. We have 5 pounds of turkey, okay? We have 2 quarts of turkey stock. That's a 13-pound turkey, so that's $3.75. Can you believe it? It's amazing. So we've got 10 servings of turkey. We've got 2 quarts of turkey stock. That can be for turkey rice soup. That can be for gravy, for whatever. It's amazing. You guys need to be doing this. Get to canning, get online, get this stuff going, guys. It's awesome. I hope you're doing it. This is Troy time. I hope you're doing this canning stuff. It's amazing. I'm out.